It's the most wonderful time of the year. There's games to play, Santa's coming, and 2K25 is right around the corner, which makes me a little tickled. So, we are getting close to the trailers announcements for 2K25. Now, since we had the refresh, or whatever you want to call it, of 2K22, 3, and 4, all the releases have happened in the month of March. Remember back in the day, we used to be October releases? I kind of miss it. Just because it goes into the holiday season, I always like the October release. But anyways, according to new reports, they are targeting a release before March 31st, 2025. And according to PW Insider, 2K's been filming a commercial for the upcoming game for 2K25. And according to them, they said, quote, "We are told filming is finishing up today in Florida. That would be December 11th. We have not confirmed which talents were involved, but given the current direction, my prediction would be the Bloodline." Oh, that's just speculation. Who would do such a thing? But I'll speculate with you of what we could see and when we could see it. If we look in January of 2024, the official reveal for 2K24 was January 22nd. And in that week, like leading up to it, if you remember, we got a bunch of teases. We got the special guest referee shirt. We got the NWO shirt, the gauntlet, Undertaker with the casket, all teasing towards the new match types or returning match types to the franchise. 2K24 released digitally March the 5th, and then physical March the 8th. And when 2K24 was doing the reveal on January 22nd, if you remember, they gave us the full trailer highlighting the new match types. They confirmed each edition of the game, and we got some of the worst AI generated stuff ever. Like, look at Austin. It ain't right. Don't do that, 2K. Don't do that again. Now, of course, this was prime WWE season because we had the Royal Rumble was January 27th. Now, we didn't get, if I remember correctly, we didn't get any teaser reveals at the Rumble itself, which kind of had our money on that we would. And in February, early February, they gave us like more of a gameplay trailer. So we had stuff focusing on showcase and we had stuff focusing on gameplay. I would anticipate that we're gonna see the same similar flow. The release date for the game could fluctuate a little bit. They may push it into a little bit later of March because I'm thinking of when WrestleMania is happening in April this year. Mania 41 is happening April 19th, which is much later. I mean, it's a few weeks later. WrestleMania 40 was April 6th and 7th. So you had about a month there of 2K24 to WrestleMania 40. And we know that 2K sponsored WrestleMania 40 or was one of the sponsors for the show. I would imagine that's going to be the same case going into Mania 41. So they might have it release around the week of the 17th, and that would line up with it being basically 1 month away from WrestleMania 41. If we go back one more year, looking at 2K23, the first reveal was January 23rd, and 2K23 was released on March 14th. So similar patterns, a similar approach to it. My hope is that with this year, with 2K20 or next year, 2K25, the reveals and the approach they take with the teases are like what they did for 2K24. I personally liked how they did it, where it was giving us, the special guest referee t-shirt, the NWO shirt. I really like those things to give fans a pretty good clue as to what the heck is coming and the game modes, the match types. Like, for example, if we get Iron Survivor, as an example, it just maybe we don't. But if we got something like Iron Survivor, then do the Survivor logo and an iron holding, I don't know. Nope. But do something clever like that. That gets fans a little bit more interested, and we start speculating a bit, and then bang, you drop the trailer like not that long after. Because one of the things that we didn't like from years past was the long drawn out marketing approach where they give you basically nothing. I think 2K22 was like that. And then I can't remember anything before that. It was COVID. I don't remember anything. So I hope that they do like more of a bang, 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 quick approach for the marketing and rollout and really tell people what they're gonna be getting. I do hope as well that we get more chatter online from 2K about what they're doing, new features, new updates, what is the game going to bring fans, why they should be excited for it, and communicate. We get a teaser trailer, hopefully around mid-January, and then we get full gameplay and reveals, and off we go. One of the big things I hope that they do tease or reveal to us early is going to be anything to do with a universe mode, story designer, whatever the big feature is going to be for 2K25. I think they need to do something in that direction to really get fans hyped up why they need to get the game. If all they show us is a returning match type, that's going to be cool, but I don't think it's enough if you saw an I Quit match, with the microphone and Iron Survivor. we might. It might be awesome, but they got to do a lot this year, I think, to win fans over, and we'll be waiting for all those details. And I think too, we get all of the additions obviously shown off in the trailer. Let's assume we're gonna get 3 additions because that's the pattern they do, and different cover stars. There's a lot of talk about which cover star we could see for the game, and I think that if I'm gonna put money on it right now, I would say the standard edition is CM Punk, because we are coming off of 1 full year of Punk returning to WWE. It was arguably one of the biggest things that happened in the last year. He's with the company for many years to come, and he's one of the biggest names in WWE. So I think that Punk is probably on the cover for like the standard edition is my guess. I think the deluxe edition is where they play with it a bit, and you could have a few people on it. You could do Rhea Ripley again, but we've already been there. They might want to switch it up with other women, other superstars, maybe go for a younger feel, maybe add like a Braun Breaker or somebody on the deluxe edition. And then the ultimate edition, whatever that is, the icon edition, I would personally say I would put kind of money on it's either The Rock or it's the Bloodline. And I think you could tell more of the Bloodline story. And I'm wondering if showcases in the game at all. We have zero idea at this point. I kind of hope it's not and they do something different with that time. But if they are going to give us a showcase, I'd start thinking it's going to be The Rock, Bloodline, CM Punk, maybe a Triple H showcase. Those ones I'd like to see, and I think they could work with it for those showcases and then put them on the cover. I think because the Bloodline story has wrapped up for its chapter anyways for the last like 4 years coming off of WrestleMania 40, I think that they could do a showcase for the Bloodline, focusing on Roman Reigns and telling that 4-year story in that Ultimate Edition. Kind of a similar pattern to what we got with 2K24. That was the 40 years of WrestleMania edition. Finishing the story was the big theme for Cody Rhodes. Well, WrestleMania 40 was the culmination, you final boss, and you got Cody and you got Roman, the Bloodline, and all those stories in there. They might do a similar approach that way. And it's kind of a slam dunk if you're doing Roman Reigns, isn't it? We also know that on 2K's website, after the trailer reveals go up, boom, you'll have all the details listed of kind of the overviews of every single mode that we can expect, and we can dissect all of that. If you look at 2K24, we would get the little snippets of Universe Mode, My GM, My Rise, which I expect all to make a return. But I think as the hardcore fans that we are, looking at all of this, one of the big things people have been asking, clamoring for is a universe mode refresh, something new, different, and they gotta do that in my opinion. I don't think that they can rest on the laurels of universe mode as a staple of franchise and we just put it in there and maybe we tweaked 1 or 2 things and it's largely the same. I don't think they can do that, and this is also the 3rd year in the franchise of this iteration, this version of the game. I'm still wondering if we're gonna get it on PS4 and Xbox One. I kind of hope they don't at this point, but it's 2K. I think that they're more likely to do it and maximize how many units they could sell overall to people. But I do hope that they're going to do something, as this is the 3rd year of this game with this tech, this form of gameplay, the series as we know it right now, that they take a bigger chance, and that over the last 3 years of development, or almost 4 years, they are looking at this 3rd game in this franchise and going, okay, we need by this point, the 3rd, 4th year, we need to be hitting X, Y, and Z. We want to be able to implement these things that we've been trying to build, that we've been working on the back end, hopefully, and that we are seeing something new. I go back and say Iron Survivor as an example of a match type to get in this year's game, because it's been now a couple of years where it's been on WWE TV. Much like War Games, took them a long time to get there, but we got it. Iron Survivor is very popular, doesn't seem to be going anywhere. It's kind of a staple of NXT now. Why not put that in there as a match type and bring back other match types like your I Quit match, tweak things like special guest referee matches to allow for tag team, 2 referees, whatever the case is, the gauntlet matches, add tag team gauntlet matches, and give us those 5v5 Survivor Series. Because I really hope that if we get the details on a returning universe mode, I really hope one of the things we don't see is just one line that says, double titles are now available in universe mode. It's got to be a lot more than that to make fans happy and pumped and excited to see what's coming. Also, a little less my faction would be nice. So the question to all of you, what are you going to expect from 2K25? What do you want for match types specifically? Kind of your wish list. And if you want to talk about a wish list, click this video because we're talking about some of the small details that we hope to see in next year's game. Have a great day. See ya.